mind my nose. I am going through a lot because I took the bright idea to stay out in the cold. I can't see. To stay out in the cold yesterday, and when I say it tore my skin up, it tore it up. Um, me and it being in that skin, in the cold as much, and that goes with all I'm about to say. All of this is gonna tie in. So I was watching the Perrys, Jackie, popped in a few videos here and there, and I'm not gonna stay long. I always say that, but seriously, I probably need to go eat some sugar because I decided to have a breakfast with no carbs at all, and that wasn't best because I didn't know working on my phone, but it's obviously connecting with my um Omnipod controller or insulin phone as I call it. So let me not stay on here long, and that's probably good because I hadn't finished the whole video. I got a few minutes left. Diagnosed at 26, especially when, like, I was recently told by my doctor, she told me about, like, I have faith in God the same. And good morning to you all, God, and I hope you all are having a blessed morning so far. I'm so sorry for not. And while lives will be better for me because when it's sitting my spirit's so heavy, I gotta go ahead and say it, especially because I finished complaining about this morning and just late because I'm just like, why am I going through? Why is it that I own up to my mistakes? I walk as upright as possible. Sometimes, again, I knowingly do things I don't got no business. I knowingly eat things and say things and go places I don't have any humble about that. I'm so humble about the fact that I make mistakes and I make choices knowingly. Like, I'm humble about the fact that I'm still yet a sinner saved by grace. And I'm working on that. I have to remain, we all have to, but I have to remain in constant repentance because you supposed to go and sin no more, right? And so that could be whatever sin that is that you're dealing with, right? And that's a beautiful, beautiful blue bird. So beautiful. And it's underneath these trees with this shade, and so I'm not even gonna try, but it's so beautiful, you guys. um and so so me being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at such a late age, it really got to me, right? Because I watched my little cousin suffer. She's by marriage, but we were very close, and watch her suffer with that, and it just tears me up because I don't get it. A lot of things. My grandmother passed at 49 years old from a massive heart attack. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I hope y'all doing good. I'm sorry I'm ranting a little bit. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's start the day positive. Let's start the day upright. I hope this blesses some of you guys. If you can't continue watching it, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, you guys, so that you can watch the rest later, or you can catch some of my other videos. I'll have all type of videos, recipes, fun stuff. It might even be some pranks. Y'all, my channel is everything right now. I haven't been told to niche down just yet. So lifestyle, beauty, motivational content. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining and liking the live. Even y'all joining and go ahead and get on my community tab, go through some of those posts, like, comment, and subscribe. My goal right now is to get 1 subscriber every day. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna make a video actually on the 2026 ice storm of Mississippi, y'all. But what's up with y'all? What's up? What's up? And I want to talk just briefly because I'm talking about, y'all, the goodness of God, and again, his mercy and how he is, and how I'm so quick to rush things, even to make this video. Y'all, my blood sugar is probably like 50 right now. But me to rush this video because I'm just like, oh my goodness. The video that I just shared on my community tab was just hitting so deep, and I don't have many people that can relate so often. So back to what I was talking about, my little cousin, I might have said niece, but my little cousin being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes as a child, and she passed away at 16. And I want to say how that affected me and how God put me, and it gets me emotional, because he put me right beside her a little bit before she. Oh, Lord, y'all forgive me, getting all emotional, but I didn't get it. And as I'm talking, I'm still starting to get it more and more. And I'm just like, Lord, why do you get me so close with suffer and who go through so much? And why did I end up with the same thing, and how? And we're not even blood related, and just like, how pump beeping, but how to, my blood sugar is low, so I'm not going to stay on long, but it, and so I didn't realize her suffering at the time, and even I still don't understand. And that's the point that I'm making. God is sovereign. God is authoritative. God is all knowing. God is omniscient. God is omnipresent. God is every all at once. And it's so impossible for it's some of us think that's so impossible. Even me at times, I'm like, how is this? How do you know and see all things? But then how does some of us suffer and some don't? How does some come out on the other side of it and some don't? How does some go through life with certain things and some don't? But I also find the blessing in that. Thank you, Lord, that when I did go through, like Jackie explained in the video I just showed on my community tab, look at those cute cows. Hi, cows. Hi, babies. But you know, it really just made me be like, wow, because I went through the same thing. They sent me to the house with some type 2, probably went comatose. By the time I got diagnosed with type 2, they was like, we got to get you to the ICU in a whole nother hospital. Like, this is bad. And so it turned out something that I didn't expect, something that I didn't think. But I'm here, y'all, and I'm still dealing with it. But my doctor had to recently tell me, like, girl, let me tell you something, okay? She was like, listen, I believe in God. And I hadn't mentioned nothing about God yet, but she was like, but I believe in healing. She's like, but the thing about it is like, the way you're living your life as a different diagnosis, we don't want that. She was like, not to speak negatively, but we need you to live your life as such. Like, for right now, and they talked about this in the video, the Perrys, but for right now, you got this, and we want to keep your toes and your legs and your fingers and your kidney and your eyesight and your brain and your memory. We want to keep that, right? We don't want to go through life thinking that you don't have to live a certain way, because we don't want to be ignorant to the grace that God has already given. He's already given you grace to be here when you should have been gone. You should have lost this and that, and you don't want to be you don't want to just live on God's grace. Hi everyone, you want to still be aware. That doesn't mean ignore the fact that I'm thank God I don't have cancer. I have anxiety. Well, thank God I don't have. You know, you don't have to live faking as though you don't feel. God wants you to be real. When I bring people to God, or when I'm trying to let them know, like, I am not perfect. I am claiming to be a Christian as I am. I believe in Jesus Christ, but what I'm telling you is, don't be afraid to come to him and be honest and be like, I'm hurt today. I'm sick today. I am sad today. I'm confused today. I don't know what I'm doing today, because that makes you oh so humble, and he likes that. When the Bible talks about Abraham bringing his son up for a sacrifice, when the Bible talks about the woman with the issue of blood touching the hem of his garment, it was their faith, you guys, that impressed Jesus. It was their humbleness. It was, if only I can get to him. Right? If only I can get to somewhere where somebody, I heard that this is a man that's healing. And even when they had to see God being persecuted, Jesus Christ being and my blood sugar is low, y'all, got to get to where I'm going. But even when they had to see Jesus Christ crucified on that cross, it still made them think, why can't you save yourself? Why can't your God save you from what you're going through right now, right? So you're going to have people use that as a reason for you to curse your God, but don't do it. Curse your God and die. I would rather you ask God, are you real? Show me. I would rather you ask that before you curse him. And even if you do, because it's coming from a space of where you went through so many things. Again, he knows all. He knows your heart. But it confused me, because I've been living life like this so far. And I went through with a doctor. Y'all hear my pump. Went through with a doctor who didn't really care to educate me, to help me, to do anything. And I spent a year with that doctor, and I really wish I hadn't, you know, because if I would have been to the doctor that I'm at now, I'm not saying I would have done everything perfectly, because even with this doctor, I don't do everything perfectly, but the encouragement, the care, the concern, the everything she has shown, I feel like it would have made a difference. But I maybe had to go through that, because again, he's having to show me, I still need you to put in work. Faith without works is dead. I still need you to show me that you have faith, that this can be something that you can live with and you can live through, and therefore you're going to seek out care. It doesn't mean to just sit in your house, sit under a rock, and never seek out care, never seek out wise counsel. It is okay to seek wise counsel. That is what people are there for. Everyone has certain gifts and talents and things that God blesses you with. I don't know how to draw a lick, okay? I don't know how to do a lot of things. I don't know how to do cartwheels and flips, and I don't know how to do a lot of things that other people were blessed to be able to do, right? But I must say, even with me being like, oh, I'm a person, I like certificates and degrees and educations and things. It's still people that know more than me without that. It's still people more skilled than me without that. And I don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like God just blesses us with certain things. And so I'm still learning as I go. I'm still learning the sovereignty of God and the authority of God. I'm still learning and having to humble myself down to realize, like, he is all knowing. He directs my life. He is still who knows best. If I get to the point where I feel like I can't depend on him, if I get to the point, I just came off a fast with my church in January, right? It was called a sacred sacrificial service, right? It was definitely sacrificial indeed, right? It took a sacrifice. I'm gonna tell you, even with me being a Christian, I done fasted, prayed. I brag about it all the time, like, oh, I've went times without, I've done water fasts, I got the proof of journaling and all. But y'all, it was such a sacrifice for me at this time in my life, and it blessed me so much. And just for me to come off that fast on the last day of that fast, it was so much that went on. The next day, things that went on, the snowstorm that came right after all these things, it was so much, you guys, that went on. So much. But I must say, God has still blessed me, and it showed me even in this that, like, wow, I can't walk away from you. I can't just fast one day and think I'm cool. I can't read my Bible one day and think I'm cool. I can't just pray to you one day and think I'm cool. I need you all day, every day. I got to depend on you all day, every day. But even as I depend on you, I have to walk in what I believe that you have shown me and what I believe you have given me. And it's hard. I'm going through so much right now, which I'll touch on in another live or another video. But I know God is still present. And I thank God for who he is. And I thank God for bringing me through the times where I just couldn't see. And even now, as I feel like some stuff, I'm still confused. I still don't know, and it's not for me. I'm recognizing and humbling myself, like, some stuff is just not for me to know. Like, I am not God. I am not God. No matter how smart, no matter how many Bibles, no matter how much studying, no matter how many videos I watch, I am just not God. And that is okay. Like, I don't need to be God. He needs to be who he is, and I need to be who he called me to be. And then that is that. So, anyway, I'm on the journey of gaining at least one subscriber every day. And I appreciate the people who like and join the lives. I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to have a good day. I need to go in here, get my blood sugar a little bit stabilized, because again, ignorance can cost you a lot. And I'm so grateful for all of my limbs to be working. I have done, like, Jackie was saying in the video, my vision got blurry, my memory, lots of things have tried to attack my body, even through this sickness, my seizure episodes. And y'all, I'm still here, and I'm grateful to God for that, because it could have been very much worse. So I don't want to be ungrateful, and I don't want to just live my life in ignorance and walk around not doing things to take care of my body. But it's a mixture of things, y'all. So y'all see me bring some recipes on here that are a little bit out the way, that I shouldn't eat every day, or even, maybe once a week. But I'm also going to show you guys as I learn new recipes that are fit for me. I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm on a blood sugar control journey. But it's just so much, because it's an everyday thing. And I've called myself out for wanting to live 3 days in one day, a week in one day. We don't even know if we're gonna go in life that far. And I'm trying to live all days in one day, and God teaches me a lot about that constantly. But I thank you all for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. I'm gonna have me a great day. I don't have much homework to do. I didn't do last night, because again, me being stubborn. But I didn't do one of my assignments. We supposed to post our discussion originally on Wednesday, and then post 2 other times by Sunday on 2 separate days. And I did not do my original post, so I'll do that for both. After I do that, I'm done. Like, I'll be done with my homework for the week. New homework is posted every Friday, and so I'll have new homework posted tomorrow. And after that, I will be done with both of these classes, and I'll get ready to start another class. I have only 3 classes left, you guys, and I'm done. I set out to have a 4.0. I'm at a 3.68 right now. I don't know what I'll leave with. I think it's gonna be like a 3.6. I don't know what I'll leave with, or am I at a 3.68? I'm close, but all I know is I could have done better, but I'm okay with that. So next, what I'm doing, my goal is I'm practicing. I went to school originally for Spanish, so I'm still practicing that. Sign language I've practiced a little bit before, but I'm back on that. So my sign language, my Spanish. I am gonna take my payroll certification. You do have to pay to take it. So once I get the money, but for right now, I'm doing the practice test and really studying up on some of the material that I need in order to actually take the practice exam, because I took it yesterday, failed it. And it was just me guessing. And then I'm going to study that, and I'm going to shoot for the stars, because I really like human resources. I like business administration, payroll. These are things that I'm into, bookkeeping. These are things that I'm interested in, and I feel like it'll further my career. So that's what I'm working on while I have the time. I have a lot of difficulty with these jobs, and I'm just going to do what I can with my time instead of just sitting here moping. But I ain't going to lie, y'all. Some days I don't even want to pursue stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm done with homework, now what? I'm done with this, now what? Like, this should get me here and there. And it is. I know that it is. So I thank you all. This was a little bit all over the place. I didn't get to my message. Started to get a little emotional about my little cousin and different things, so I didn't really want to go too much in depth. But I'll try to come back on here for another live. That's the goal, is really to be consistent. And I think that that's another message for me in my life, is to find some consistency. And that prayer and fasting and that sacrificial service that I did, thank God for my pastor, really helped me to be consistent, helped me to consistently seek God. Days that I did not feel like it, days that I didn't see the point or the purpose, I still did, and I still had a great time on that fast. And I cannot wait to do another one. I want to do one with my best friend for our health, and just speaking positivity, because even as we're going through, it's good to have a brother or sister in Christ to really uphold you, because it's some days where I'm praying and fasting for her and she's doing it for me, and vice versa, and we're doing it at the same time, but we strengthen each other. I thank God for her. She is awesome. She's amazing. Love her. And so, yeah, I'm going to go on to have a good day. Even if I don't feel like I accomplished a million things, I'm going to do a little bit of everything that I plan to do this week. I didn't make many goals for myself. I did say that I wanted to exercise a lot. I want to get back to my 10K steps a day, because that was really helpful for me, for my mental, for my physical, all of that. But I'm going to get to it today. I'm going to speak that I'm going to get to it today. But I'm going to go in the house for just a little bit, and then I am going to get to my steps at some point. But I love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're just watching the replay, just check out other videos on my channel.